Introduction. Tim Hortons is more than just a coffee chain, it is a symbol of Canadian identity. From its humble beginnings in 1964 to becoming a national icon, the brand has faced both remarkable success and significant challenges. Today, as market dynamics shift and competition intensifies, Tim Hortons must navigate a complex landscape to maintain its legacy. Startup and growth. From coffee shop to national brand, the Tim Hortons story began in 1964. Co-founded by Canadian hockey legend Tim Horton and entrepreneur Jim Charade, initially focused on simple coffee and donuts, it quickly won consumers with its affordability and convenient service. Tim Hortons' vision was to create a welcoming space where Canadians could enjoy affordable, high-quality coffee and freshly baked donuts. The simplicity of the menu, combined with a focus on community, resonated deeply with consumers. In the 1970s, Tim Horton teamed up with Ron Joyce, who spearheaded rapid expansion through a franchising model. By the 1980s, Tim Hortons had surpassed traditional fast food brands, becoming a leader in Canada's coffee market. Scalable expansion, from local to international. The 1990s to early 2000s marked a golden era of growth for Tim Hortons. In 1995, it merged with American fast food giant Wendy's, accelerating its expansion. In 2006, Tim Hortons went public on both the NYSE and Toronto Stock Exchange, becoming one of Canada's largest food service companies. During this phase, Tim Hortons not only expanded its menu to include sandwiches, soups, and breakfast options, but also launched iconic marketing campaigns like Roll Up the Rim to Win. These efforts further cemented its status in Canadian culture. However, its attempts to expand internationally, especially into the US market, were less successful. Despite its dominance in Canada, Tim Hortons struggled to gain traction in the US, where it faced fierce competition from established players, like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Challenges and responses. Internationalization and internal conflicts. International challenges. The US market struggle. Tim Hortons' US expansion faced difficulties. Despite strong cultural identity in Canada, American consumers were unimpressed by its Canadian flavor. Dominated by Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons' positioning was unclear. To adapt to American preferences, Tim Hortons introduced sweeter coffee blends and expanded its breakfast offerings, but these changes failed to significantly boost its appeal. Additionally, many US locations suffered from poor site selection, leading to underwhelming sales. Eventually, Tim Hortons had to close many US stores and refocus on the Canadian market. Nonetheless, the brand has not completely given up on international expansion, recently attempting to enter Asian markets, especially China, hoping to succeed through localized strategies. Franchisee conflicts, profit distribution and operational support. In 2014, Tim Hortons was acquired by Brazilian private equity firm 3G Capital and merged with Burger King to form Restaurant Brands International, RBI. This acquisition led to significant franchisee discontent. Franchisees complained about unfair profit distribution policies and insufficient operational support, complicating store management. Specific issues included cost control pressures, headquarters demands for cost-cutting led to decreased service and product quality in some stores, impacting customer experience. Uneven profit sharing. Franchisees felt that profit distribution favored shareholders over store operators. Poor communication. Ineffective communication channels between franchisees and headquarters resulted in unresolved issues. To tackle these problems, Tim Hortons implemented several measures, improved communication, established clearer communication channels, holding regular meetings with franchisees to hear their feedback, adjusted profit sharing, redesigned profit distribution models to ensure fairer earnings for franchisees, enhanced support, increased training, and support for franchisees to boost operational efficiency and service quality. Despite these efforts, not all franchisee grievances have been resolved, and some store closures and operational difficulties continue to challenge the brand. Current issues. Market saturation and declining consumer loyalty. Market saturation and increased competition. In Canada, Tim Hortons' market has become saturated. With the rise of Starbucks, McDonald's, and other local brands, its market share is being squeezed. In major cities, consumers have more options, gradually weakening Tim Hortons' traditional advantages. Declining consumer loyalty. In recent years, Tim Hortons has seen a drop in consumer loyalty, particularly among younger generations. Many consumers believe that the quality of products and services at Tim Hortons has declined, especially as franchisees face cost control pressures. Additionally, growing consumer interest in healthy eating and sustainable practices has not been fully met by Tim Hortons' traditional menu and operations. Challenges in digital transformation. To address market changes, Tim Hortons is actively pursuing digital transformation, including upgrading its mobile app and optimizing online ordering systems. However, this process has been challenging. Many consumers report poor user experiences with Tim Hortons' mobile app and high error rates in orders. Furthermore, the financial investment required for digital system upgrades places additional demands on the brand's finances. Future outlook. Balancing innovation and heritage. Tim Hortons' future development needs to find a balance between innovation and heritage. On one hand, the brand must continue to advance its digital transformation and menu innovation to respond to market changes. On the other hand, it must maintain its core values as a symbol of Canadian culture to avoid losing its traditional appeal during these changes. Menu innovation and sustainability. To attract younger consumers, Tim Hortons is trying to introduce more health-focused and plant-based products. Additionally, the brand is exploring sustainable practices, such as reducing plastic packaging and using renewable energy, to align with modern consumer values. Enhancing customer experience. Tim Hortons needs to further improve customer experience, particularly in digital services and store service quality. By optimizing its mobile app and enhancing employee training, the brand hopes to regain consumer trust. Conclusion. As Tim Hortons continues to evolve, it must strike a delicate balance between innovation and tradition. By embracing change while staying true to its roots, the brand can ensure its place not only as a coffee giant, but also as a cherished part of Canadian culture.